Welcome back to another episode of Everyday Integrity. I'm your host, Dawn Vitale.
And I'm Margie Bowling. Let's get started. So, we're ending up this week with some more quotes. We start out the week on Sunday discussing our hero's spiritual and musical journey. That Here Comes the Sun by George Harrison. And uh, we been talking about different profound things they said and what they mean to us and how they show up in our lives. And because we regard him so much as I'm probably at the point where I don't know about you, Don, but he's always been a great guru of mine, but we've gone deeper. And one of the first songs that as I started in recent years getting into some George Harrison in my own path and seeing his is his song Give Me Love. And here's how the words go. Give me love, give me peace on earth, give me light, give me life, keep me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load. Trying to touch, trying to touch and reach with you with heart and soul. And I remember this was a cute song at one point, Dawn, and hearing George sing it. And I think that it became so profound more than just a cute song, him singing and playing his instruments, is that sometimes we just have days where we're crying out to God
Mm,
to to help me remember that I'm just this body having this experience and that to touch me, to rescue me, that God creates the cup to fill it over and to give me light, give me peace on earth because I can't find it right now,
mm,
and to give me hope. What does it mean to keep me free from birth? Like, God, I keep dying to myself and then being born again. Can I just go this way, right?
mhm.
Give me hope in this world of being bombarded with things and help me cope with those things. It's such a heavy load I'm enduring. To touch and reach God with heart and soul is just a profound prayer. If you have some prayer to God or a higher power, the universe, whatever it is for anybody, that this is my littleness reaching up to my creator
Yeah.
to replenish me and to celebrate and to be filled up again.
This is one of my favorite songs from George Harrison. And I agree. To me, it reminds me of my program. And it reminds me of when those moments in our life that we're down on our knees. Like this is the
Yeah.
down on your knees moment. And for me, it's the first three steps of any Alcoholics Anonymous or Al Anon programming,
Yeah.
where we admit it to God, we open the
Hmm.
possibility for God, and then we decide to give it up to God. Like it's the first three steps in those programs. And the surrender part of that is what this song embodies. And
Yeah.
you know, we know as humans, every human is flawed. We know from George Harrison's story, like even him being as successful as he was as a Beatle, he
Yeah.
too is flawed. And you know, he was on a spiritual journey to discover the meaning of and purpose of his life,
Hmm.
and he was doing it through the work of God. He was just
Hmm.
using like just a slightly different path than the rest of maybe people in the West had saw. But I think this idea of surrender is really what comes to mind to me from
Yeah.
this song. And there's going to be those good days, Margie, like where everything is easy and it's flowing and it's
Yeah.
great. But those moments where we need to cope and someone doesn't understand us, I feel like for me, my God, and I've just recently been back to my spirituality, is like
Mhm.
that my God has always been there, even when things were not good, even when I didn't believe, even when I forgot
Yeah.
about him. I just,
Yeah.
the coming back to knowing that someone is there for me and that I can surrender and drop
Hmm.
to my knees and know that
Yeah.
everything is going to be okay is what this
Yeah.
song to me just totally embodies.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have to share with and I've spoke to this before this week about how we believe in yoga is if you do, you might if you've studied yoga intensely like we have that God is a way to it is a physical practice, but there's also a devotional practice to it that it becomes your path to your Godhead. And so that's why, George chose his distinct Godhead and the meaning of that and his path to oneness. It's a personal thing. And for
Personal.
me, many times where I saw my yoga practice make a pivotal change where it wasn't like exercise, it was these moments of being in child's pose and bowing down empty,
Mm,
like being so empty, whether it was like a workshop, a practice,
mm,
a Baptiste week-long training. I had, like literally on my mat, like wanting to physically, emotionally die. But that's like the getting of the empty and just
yeah.
bowing down in full surrender. And who's that guy that we've seen? The West Coast Power Yoga guy. Um, we
Brian
picked him up at the
Kest.
airport. Brian Kest. I've been in a couple workshops
You
with
remember
him.
us, Brian Kest?
Yeah, we were the crazy girls that picked you up at LaGuardia or something, but
LaGuardia.
um LaGuardia. And it's given me access. His one of his workshops, he came to Fort Wayne, Indiana. It was so crazy, but I remember feeling like showing up and expecting like his typical yoga practice, whatever, but I had such a full surrender. It's that. And sometimes when you're just down, I mean, child's pose, you're on your hands and knees wide, you're bowing down. It's like, I'm so empty. I so surrender. And my hope is in you, God. My hope is in whatever you see this energy out here, this system. I mean, you can see God is not a man on a white cloud or an incarnate of, a Vishnu or Krishna, or Christ. It can be instance, it was a scientific method. You're frozen in the cutest way, but you really. So anyway, I could talk all day about that, but thank you, George, for telling us how to bow down, name, name, and to look up and say, take my heavy load, help me cope.
Yeah. I say we end this podcast and this week with his song.
Give
Give
me
me
love,
love,
give
give
me
me
love,
Give me
give
love,
me
give me
peace on
peace on
earth, give
earth,
me
give
light,
me,
give me life, keep me
keep me
free from
free
birth,
from
give
birth.
me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. My Lord, please take hold of my hand that I might understand you. Won't you please, oh, won't you give me love, give me peace on earth, give me light, give me life, keep me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. My Lord. Won't you please, oh, won't you give me love, give me peace on earth, give me light, give me life, keep me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with
George Harrison, man. God
Peace
bless
and
George.
love. Om, om. Hare om. Thank you, George.
Well,
We're
we hope
ridiculous.
we are ridiculous, but we love you, George Harrison. Thank you for teaching us so much this week. We're going to do another episode, the second part of the long episode about the book. Here Comes the
Is
Sun.
the guts of it. It's really going to be the guts of his journey, so don't miss it.
Yeah, so come listen to us tomorrow. We hope you got something out of this episode and all the episodes this week. Have a namaste.
Bye.